What is up, everybody? Today I want to give you guys an update on everything that has gone on recently, everything that is going on right now, and everything that is going to be happening in the near future. The title already gives away some of that stuff. Let's just get into it. Updates. What's going on right now, what has happened. Let's talk about the Eclipse first. Title already gives it away. Megaquirt, it's already been purchased. It is on the way. I ended up not going through the SimTech one because SimTech doesn't exist anymore. I found out their website's still up. It still appears as though they're still operating and everything. When you get on, you look. The only way to find out that they are no longer in operation unless you contact them beforehand, or if you were around on the forums when they went down, is when you go and check out and it tells you that the ECU or whatever you're trying to buy from them is out of stock. And I went through and I found that issue, and I went and I tried a couple other things that they had for sale on their website, and everything said out of stock, and I was like, what the hell? And I ended up messaging them. They got back to me about 3 or 4 days later and said, yeah, we no longer support Megaquirt stuff, which is really disappointing. It would be nice if they would have put something on their website that said, hey, we don't sell this stuff anymore. It is good that their website's still up because all of the base map that they carry are still on their website, and I've gone through and I've downloaded all of them because who knows if their website's going to just randomly disappear one day, because it seems like when they quit supporting all the Megaquirt stuff and the 428 stuff, they just stopped all at once. They quit. I went through DIY AutoTune to get an ECU built. Basically all I had to do was send them a message to, I can't remember, one of their sales reps, I can't remember. If you go through and look at their tutorial for how to build and Megaquirt a 428 engine, they provide an email that you can message to get an assembled and already modified ECU. Sent a message to that email, went back and forth with one of the sales reps, and I can't remember which one it was, but he was fantastic, walking through the whole process on how to figure out what I needed, what I need to order, what I don't need to order, and everything. And I'm getting a custom built, pre-assembled ECU from DIY AutoTune. It is a Megaquirt 2. It's got the modification to run the hall sensor and the stock ignition on the 428, which are the only things that the Megaquirt needs modification to run. And then basically all I have to do is I have to get it here, wire it up, load a base map onto it, or create a map. In my case, I'll just load a base map on it and start the car and start data logging. That is on the way. It's been ordered. They are probably currently building it right now. So that is the update on the Megaquirt. It is official. It's been purchased. It is going to be on its way here. I will do a full unboxing of that because it's pretty exciting. It is the single most expensive car related part I have ever bought. That ECU alone cost more than the eBay turbo kit I bought a year ago, which many of you have seen the unboxing for. So that should be very exciting. I'll definitely make sure to create the unboxing as soon as I get it, because I'm not going to be able to wait very long to open that up. There's a few things I need to order as well that I didn't order yet for it because I forgot. I need to order a voltage regulator because for some reason Chrysler thought it was a great idea to put the alternator voltage regulator inside of the ECU rather than mounting an external one somewhere or just putting it in the alternator. Yeah, I don't know what their thinking was behind that. Really stupid. And I already have a standalone fan wiring setup because the fan wiring control is also in the ECU, and also did not work on my car with either of the ECUs that I've put into it. That's already done, so all I need is a voltage regulator, and that's it. I also have to purchase a license for the MS tuner, but it's like $60. I buy it, they send me a code, I punch that into my program, and boom, I have full access to everything on the Megaquirt tuner, and I can use like VE Analyze. I can already upload maps onto the ECU with it unregistered, I think, but I'm going to get it registered so I can use VE Analyze because I'm not going to go get the thing professionally tuned when it's bone stock, and I have base maps proven to work on bolt-on 428s basically. So that's the update, Megaquirt related to the Eclipse. I've done a couple small things to it on the side. Tried to make another video on one of the things that I did and ended up totally flopping, so I didn't even upload it because it was embarrassing as all hell. First one I did was e-brake. The car has a functioning e-brake now. Very nice to have, especially if I'm trying to start the hunk of junk on a hill or something and you have to 3-foot it to start it, because you got to hold the clutch in, hold the brake so it doesn't roll away, and hold the gas open because I have no idle air control valve because my ECU is junk. Really nice to have a functioning e-brake, plus it's safer. I don't have to just trust the transmission itself to hold the car still. I have two things preventing the thing from rolling away. I don't have to use a brick to hold it still on my driveway when I go to start it and let it warm up. Very nice to have an e-brake. Other thing, more brake work. I put all of my junkyard calipers on the car. That was what I was going to try to make a video on, and it failed, and I'm just not going to even talk about it because that was miserable. Got all the calipers on there. I painted them red, just left... I cleaned them up a little bit, but there's still like rust scale all over the back ones. I sprayed them red real quick because they look stupid anyway, so I might as well just do a real quick paint job on them so that you at least can't see the rust and scale that's underneath the paint anymore. Bled them, flushed all the brakes, and my brakes work wonderfully now. So that's pretty much all for the Eclipse. I do have a few more things that I need to do to the car, but I'm probably going to wait till after the Megaquirt is done. The car needs all new bushings and every suspension component on it because the car has probably nearly 300k on that body. Strut towers need to be repaired. It needs CV axles and the seals for the diff where the CV axles go in. That's where it's been leaking fluid from this whole time rather than from the engine like I thought, because I kept checking the oil level and it's not losing oil, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then finally I realized that it's just pouring out of the seal on the passenger side of the differential. So not a big deal. It's an easy seal to replace, and the car needs both axles replaced anyway fairly soon. The driver's side one creaks really bad because the one boot's totally missing from it, and it's probably slung all its grease all over everything and it's bone dry. But those are going to wait until after the ECU's done because I can hardly drive the thing right now. That's about it for the Eclipse for now. Next thing, also given away by the title, I sold the Volkswagen. That's right, it is gone. It is not my car. I sold it to my friend Alan, so you might see the car from time to time, but it is not my car. It is not going to be a real project or anything anymore. He's just going to drive it till the wheels fall off pretty much because he wanted something cheap, small, good on gas, and that's pretty much what he got. He wanted something fun as well, and he absolutely adores the car just as much as I did, but I sold it so I could get a new daily. You guys will see that soon. I've already bought it, paid $700 for it. I sold the Golf for $600, bought the new daily for $700. It needs a few things before I can start driving it. So what's going to end up happening is I'm going to get everything fixed on the vehicle and then bring it here, do a reveal video, and then upload videos of all the work I had to do to fix it. Right now it needs a rear brake line. The entire hard line is pretty much crusty. Last time this vehicle was registered was 2013. That was the last year it was registered for. It's potentially been sitting since 2012. So it definitely needs a rear brake line. It's got a giant hole in it. You can pour fluid in the master cylinder and it just runs right out. It needs all brake work basically. All the brakes are pretty well shot on it. The front passenger brakes were smoking when I got home, which could be because they were just full of dirt and they were the only brakes working because the rear brakes didn't work. But I don't know. They probably it needs pads and rotors, but I might be able to get by using the hopefully calipers that are on it right now. We'll see. And then it needs something to do with the steering rack. It leaks fluid everywhere. It's not coming out of one of the hoses that runs the pump, so it's coming somewhere out of the steering rack. I'm having a shop do the brake line for me because I don't have the tools or the means or the energy to do that because that's a pain in the butt. Replacing an entire rear brake line from master all the way to the back of the car. Not doing that. Professional is going to do that for me. And while it is there, I'm going to have them look at all the hard lines and the seals on the power steering rack and see if it can be fixed cheaply real quick, because I know there's like two hard lines that run from one end of the rack to the other that are like exposed, and one of them might have sprung a leak or rusted or something. I don't know. The vehicle's actually pretty clean. The paint is shot on it, but rust-wise it's fairly clean, especially for having sat. The engine in it has 50,000 miles. It has a brand new engine in it basically, 170 on the rest of the body. You guys will love what I've got. You will definitely understand why I sold the Golf to get this vehicle when you see it, but I'm going to keep it a surprise. Probably won't be seeing it for another month or so. I don't know what's going to happen first, revealing my new daily or Megasquirting the Eclipse. Probably Megasquirting the Eclipse will come first, but we will see. I would really like to get my daily done, but once the Megasquirt's on the Eclipse, I'll be able to daily that again because it'll actually run right. So we'll have to see. It is starting to cold out, and the Eclipse doesn't have heat, which means I can't defog my windows. My new daily that I'll be driving soon does have heat and air conditioning, which is fantastic. That's first for me. So I would definitely like to get that fixed first, but the Eclipse is the toy and it's fun and I like driving that as well, so I'm kind of torn as to which one I will do. It just kind of depends. The Eclipse, now that the Megasquirt's been bought, it's going to cost less to get the Eclipse fixed than my new daily, because the daily is going to at least need pads, rotors and a few other odds and ends here and there. It needs a belt, needs a battery. That's expensive. I have the old Eclipse battery. I'm hoping that thing has enough juice in it to be able to start a vehicle at least for a month or so. Because I'm gonna end up dropping probably $500 or $600 all at once on this vehicle if I decide to get everything at one time, or I can space it out and not be as broke for a little while, so I can spend more money on the Eclipse and flush all that money down the drain as well. Anyway, that is that update, and that is pretty much all I had. It's an update on the Eclipse and the Megaquirt and No More Golf and new daily going to be reviewing soon. You guys will definitely enjoy it. You will definitely understand why I sold the Golf. I know a lot of you guys really like the Golf, but it was kind of a burden for me trying to keep that thing running and having the Eclipse as a project. Eclipse is a full-time project. I need a practical daily, and I have that now once I get it running again. Well, it does run fine actually, but it needs a lot of running gear work. So there's one more thing. There's another surprise that I have for you guys that I'm also keeping a secret. Yeah, lots of secrets going on right now. I will probably be revealing that one sometime soon. I don't know exactly when. You guys will see it in a future video, so I may just keep it a secret and see if you guys pick up on it in the next video that the Eclipse is in. Here's what I'll do, because this will be fun. First person to pick up on what the secret I have from you guys is in the next video where I work on the Eclipse. If you can pick up on it, first person to do that will receive a special gift from me related to the special surprise. So keep an eye out on that. This will also be a little bit of a bonus for those of you who watched all the way to the end of this video. If you guys want free gifts, or a free gift, whoever the first person is. But yeah, that'll be kind of fun. Anyway guys, I thank you all for making it to the end of this video. I know it was kind of boring. This is like the second video I've done like this in, you know, the last 4 or 5 videos. I don't remember which one it was. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later.